It was a tough decision between seeing the Forrest Rogers Memorial at Grandview Speedway or Mahoning Valley's Triple 25s for the Modifieds on Saturday.
Weather predictions played a role in that decision. After the Modifieds ran a 50-lap race, Grandview had to cancel the rest of the evening's events. And now for highlights from the third Triple 25s program at Mahoning Valley Speedway.
Zane Ziner in the 76 set fast time with a lap of 9.679 seconds, an average of 92.985 miles per hour. In the opening laps, John Bennett in the 08 would try to keep pace with him on the outside, but would fall into line behind Ziner. Behind them is a side-by-side battle for fourth place between the 35 of Mike Carroll and Matt Hirschman in the white number 50. While Ziner and Bennett held the top two spots, Hirschman began losing positions in the outer groove. The 16 of Tyler Haight gets by, with Earl Paulus in the red number 8 looking to gain a spot as well. Paulus spins on lap 11 to bring out the caution. On the restart, Bennett is even with Ziner at the line, but he loses ground once up to speed. The 3 of Nevin George runs third ahead of Carroll and Don Wagner in the 22. Ziner would pull out to a comfortable lead, while there is a battle for fifth between Haight and the 26 of Scott Meckes. Meckes seems to have a slight advantage on the inside as they try to chase down Wagner in fourth. Hirschman clears Carroll for the sixth spot. Zane Ziner would hold on to take round one in the Triple 25s.
You qualified with the fastest time. Fortunately, the first race was straight up and not inverted.
Yeah, that's one thing great. You know, you do all your hard work to try to get the fastest time there. It's not always easy to win it. I mean, it might look easy, but the car was hooked up, and you know, it was great to win that first race right out of the get-go.
Does racing at places like Mahoning help you with the NASCAR Whelen Modified Series?
Yeah, I think so. The racing here is so tight, and it takes a lot of momentum and being smooth here. So, plus you need a lot of quick reflexes because the track's so short. So, I think anytime I'm in a car driving a sportsman car, modified, late model, whatever, it just gets me seat time. I think that just helps me down the road when we do the tour race with those guys.
Bennett, George, Wagner, and Meckes round out the top 5 in the first of the Triple 25s for the Modifieds. The top 9 finishers from the first Triple 25 were inverted for the start of the second feature. This placed the red number 5 of Chip Santee on the pole with Mike Carroll to his outside. Santee pushes a little, opening the door for Matt Hirschman to dive to his inside. Santee would barely lead at the line to complete the first lap. It would only take 2 more laps before Hirschman takes over the top spot. Tyler Haight races the 35 of Mike Carroll for third, with the 26 of Scott Meckes on Carroll's bumper and the 22 of Don Wagner also in the mix. 76 Zane Ziner, the winner of the first feature, started 9th due to the invert. Here he races Wagner for 5th place. Ahead of them, Carroll ducks under Santee as they race for third. Carroll takes the spot. Up front, Hirschman had a few car lengths lead on the second place machine of Scott Meckes. There were a couple of restarts late in the race, but Matt Hirschman held off Meckes and Ziner to take the checkers.
Congratulations on your win, Matt. We saw you dive low in order to take the lead early in the race. How important was it for you to get to the bottom after losing positions in the outer groove in the first race?
Well, we got a good starting position with the invert, and I had to take advantage of it because, in the next restart, if you end up in a lane that doesn't go forward, like the first race, it just went backwards on the outside. So it was important to make quick work of it, and once I did get in the lead, I had a car that could run out front. So, it was my goal coming here tonight was to win one of the 3. So far, nobody's won 2 in one night. It's kind of tough once the invert puts you back for the next race. So I'm happy with that, and it was a good night. It wasn't. I don't think we were the best car here, but we had a good night.
Now, you've won numerous 100-lappers. I imagine it's a different strategy in order to win the shorter races?
Oh, it's completely different. It's a sprint race, and you got to go and you got to hope for good lanes and just make the moves as quick as you can. 100-lap race here, you got a lot more time. You don't have to take too many chances early, and then at the end, the best cars settle it, between them. So I like the longer races. I like to, have a little bit more patience early and then race hard later for the win. But in these, you pretty much got to go hard right away. And if if you get the right brakes, you can easily, get out front and win, and if you don't, it's over before you know it.
So Matt Hirschman is the victor in the second 25-lapper. Following him across the line were Mekas, Ziner, Carroll, and John Markovic. For the third feature, the top 11 cars were inverted from the previous race. So we have the 36 of Matt Wentz leading the field to the green, with Chip Santee occupying the outside of the front row. Before a lap is completed, Santee pushes, and the 3 of Nevin George makes contact, resulting in a caution. On the restart of the race, the 22 of Don Wagner is able to keep pace in the outer groove. There's a little bit of rubbing, which allows Wagner to pull ahead of Wentz. Roger Koss in the 17 races George for third place. Zane Ziner in the 76 started ninth due to his third place finish in the second feature. Here he races John Markovic as he works his way to the front of the field. This race would eventually come down to a battle between Ziner and Wagner. Ziner closed on Wagner under green flag conditions, but could not take the lead away from Wagner. And as he had for a number of laps, Don Wagner held off Zane Ziner to take the win in the third 25-lap event.
Congratulations on your win. Zane certainly gave you a run for your money.
Zane's a good race car driver, and this track's full of them. There's a lot of good competition this year for all these big races, and just making it so exciting for everybody.
So you've already won a 100-lapper, one of them so far?
We haven't had any, but we've won a 25-lapper in every leg of the triple 25s this year, and our final race is beginning of October. For this series, it's a 100-lap race, and we've won 100-lap races in the past, and I'm really looking forward to this as being the final race. For the final points, track championship points, and the triple 25 points will all be decided in that race.
And that's in October.
That is the beginning of October. It's going to be an awesome night for racing, and if you've never been here before, got to come out and watch them.
Here's the top 5 for the third 25-lapper. The 3 winners on the evening collectively won 8 of the 9 triple 25 events this year. The Modifieds will run a 100-lapper on October the 6th, with $3,000 going to the winner. Then on October 27th during the Fall Classic, they have a 130-lapper. $5,000 is up for grabs to the winner of that event.
Can I tell my farm story now?
Is that something that we can show here on Pit Pass?
Yes.
Coming up, Jan's farm story that better have something to do with car races.
It does.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.